Earlier on, I unlocked Sergeant Brick and I got her to tick 5. So both the cluster grenade and the battle orders are at level 6. And I'm going to show some attacks to see how strong Brick is and also compare her to Kavan. So the first opponent, rank 21. This base did not have a sky shield and only 2 arc launchers, so I decided to go with Heavy Chopper and Brick with battle orders. And because there's no sky shield, I can just artillery out one of the shark launchers with 4 artilleries. Artillery is also maxed out. And you only have to flare these engine rooms basically. I don't have that much GB after dropping 8 heavy choppers, so I still need to be a bit careful. Also took out this microwaver. I think I've did a little bit too early on the engine room, so I left some health on it. But yeah, there managed to take it out. And now just clearing the last 2 engine rooms. Actually went a few heavies, went above the engine room, so they also distracted this remaining shark launcher a little bit, which was nice. Yeah, some heavies hit the shark mine, but yeah, now we took out the shark launcher and then just the last 2 engine rooms left. And another flare. And yeah, not the most difficult base, so it did not have all the defenses, but still an okay time with 252. And a rank 23. This was a 7 engine player. I want to take out these top 2 engines with the critters. But I think it might have been better to attack with just Heavy Chopper Rush and maybe 1 Bombardier. So I tried to go towards the boom cannon. And after clearing these first defenses, I wanted to delay Brick. And then let her take out the engine with the cluster grenade. So after that, boom cannon flared this machine gun at the top. But yeah, a lot of these rocket choppers also went back down to some of the cannons, so I had to waste a lot of GB. So there, like 2 rocket choppers are going to the cannon. So there, Brick was able to take out this engine room, or almost take it out. And yeah, another rocket chopper goes down to the boom cannon. So yeah, now I try to take out the shark launcher and throw some critters and sharks to take out the flamethrowers and these engine rooms. Unfortunately, this one rocket launcher turned back onto the critters. I think I was able to shark it again, so yes, the attack still worked okay, somewhat okay. But it could have been a lot faster, I think, with Heavy Chopper Rush. But there flared the engine room. Another shark, and then yeah, just threw more critters to try and take out this engine room a little bit faster. With the 100% group damage, the critters are doing a lot of damage to the engine rooms, so that definitely helps. And then I got a rank 25. This base had only 2 shark launchers and the sky shield, so I changed to all heavy choppers and battle loaders. I think Heavy Chopper and Rocket Chopper would also work against this base. But yeah, Heavy Chopper should also work. Also took out the Sky Shield with 3 artilleries. And yeah, then just going for those engine rooms. And yeah, flaring it directly onto them. Unfortunately, Brick is always a little bit behind, so yeah, it can be easy to lose her. So I just... yeah, she had like a third of the health left there, so not a lot. Another battle order. I think maybe I shouldn't have used the second battle order, because I did not have that much GB left at the end. So I think this shark launcher shocked my heavies a few times after the shark expires. Yeah, there's one on the top, shoot once. And then I did not have enough, or actually I had enough GB for another shark. But I lost quite a few heavies, so the time, it's still fast, but not that fast. So yeah, 244, but yeah, it was enough to win. And we have this base. I think on these bases, Brick is not really that useful. I switched to bombardiers and 1 rifle, 3 bombardiers on this left side with Kavan. Basically just flare the bombardiers up. Also delayed 1 bombardier a little bit, so he stays a bit behind. Make sure he goes for this middle engine room. And 2 other bombardiers take out the ones at the top. So another flare. And then, yeah, I think Kavan ability. Also to get some rifles to protect those this last bombardier that's going towards the middle. And they are also drop the troops on the right side. 1 shark to make sure the shark launcher doesn't shock the bombardiers. And then basically just a few Kavan abilities. Get some troops in front of the bombardiers. And then also trying to keep the critter launcher shocked. Because that would slow down the attack a lot. And the bombardiers at the top went almost there. So I flared this engine room to take it out a bit faster, and then also at the same time those bombardiers down there, they walked also towards this last engine room. So that also saved like a few seconds maybe. Then another rank 25, this one has I think basically most of the defenses. Sky Shield and a Doom Cannon. And I think on this base basically 2 heavy choppers and 5 rocket choppers usually works. And then 1 bombardier, which will go to the top engine room. Drop Kavan first and 1 second wind. And then the bombardier. And I just kept this Doom Cannon shocked and took out the Boom Cannon. With 4 artilleries. And yeah, then more shocks in the Doom Cannon. And also on the critter launcher. Trying to make sure that it does not fire and yeah, slows down the whole attack. And there I just shocked the critter launchers. I think unfortunately I lost the heavy chopper there, which was a bit annoying, so it would have been better if he would have stayed alive a bit longer. Because these heavies are getting taken out quickly. But yeah, at this point I'm just throwing more critters. Trying to distract for the rocket choppers. And also maybe damage some of the engine rooms a little bit. Because these critters do a decent amount of damage. So maybe I could have flared some of the engine rooms a bit earlier here. Take them out a little bit faster. I think still would have been difficult to do a faster time. And yeah, unfortunately lost by 4 seconds. And with this base, this is one of the more common bases now. Basically not too different from the other ones, but there's a lot of defenses missing on this right side. So a small mistake on this attack, I changed to 3 heavy choppers. And I wanted to use the cluster grenade from brick to take out this engine room. But I forgot to switch the ability, so I had battle orders. It still wasn't too bad, because I could take out this critter launcher and then use some critters and a battle order to take out the engine room. But it cost more GB, so yeah, it slowed down the attack a little bit. I could have taken out maybe a cannon with the GB instead, and that would have made the attack a lot faster. So there 1 battle order, and then flare the last engine rooms. And I'll flare the top engine rooms, throw some shocks. But it's nice that when these boom cannons are so close together, it's possible to shock them with 1 shock, which helps. But yeah, not easy to hit the shark. Sometimes it can hit the wall instead. And that was the last attack. So currently I'm rank 24 with 51 stars, so in the top 10. And I think at this point I'm probably going to try to save for 7 engine rooms, because it should be better than 6 engine rooms. Don't forget to use code Kaktus in the shop. I really appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who does that. And thanks for watching. Bye.